Welcome to Havas Worldwide. We think of ourselves as the most collaborative agency out there, both in how we work together and how we work with our clients. And we believe we should be an extension of your marketing department that gets at the soul of your company and your brand, because it's our job to understand that and bring it to life for the rest of the world. You're going to see some case studies for clients that have had challenges very similar and hopefully very relevant to you. I think in each of them, you'll see how we've used not only traditional advertising, but social, digital, and a lot of innovation to really tell a big integrated brand story. And we did it together with our clients. That's how we like to work, and hopefully that's how you like to work as well. So thanks for the opportunity. Hope you enjoy what you're about to see. Talk to you soon.
That was good.
That was all right? I'm sorry. I'm trying to think while I talk.
Hi, I'm Tali Livni. I'm a creative director for experience design here at Havas. I'm really excited about Monster.com because at a previous job, I worked together with ADP to evolve their talent management. So I'm looking forward to getting involved.
Hi, I'm Joseph Teagarden. I work here at Havas on the social team. I'm really excited to work on Monster.com because I've been a part of some really great, amazing digital experiences, both at Apple and at Nike over the years.
Hi, my name's Narendran Rajka. I'm the executive director across all the technology brands here at Havas. I'm super excited about Monster.com because it plays to a lot of the things that I love. I'm lucky enough to have 17 years of experience re-evolving brands to be relevant to different audiences. So Monster.com is a perfect fusion of all of those things together.
You re-evolve brands?
Hi, I'm Jason Masante, Group ECD and Managing Director here at Havas New York. I lead the creative department, and I'm so excited having an opportunity to work on Monster.com. There's nothing more exciting than working in a category that offers people so much hope about a better tomorrow.
Hi, I'm David Gillespie. I also re-evolve brands. You're a dick. Yeah.
Surprisingly, there are a lot of similarities between the insurance industry and what Monster.com is going through at the moment. It's a thoroughly saturated space. There's a lot of competition, and they both have the same need to drive acquisition and new purchase every single day. What's fascinating is that when Liberty Mutual came to us, they're a 100-year-old brand with hardly any brand recognition whatsoever.
Wow. The rest of the category was relying on the same thing, humor and gimmicks. So we pushed against that convention and made Liberty Mutual the insurer that actually stood for a better way of life.
And we actually created an entirely new visual identity based on that was warm and inviting and set a new tone for the auto insurance industry.
We had great TV, but we knew that was never going to be enough because Geico and State Farm were outspending us in leaps and bounds. So we had to evolve the campaign and make it harder hitting.
And that really led to some exciting work through digital content series, some amazing social assets that really connected with our consumer because basically it just tied into really relevant and cultural moments that they were experiencing that time in their life.
We also wanted to push things harder. So when they came to us to talk about the Chicago Marathon, we felt we needed to do something that was like tangible and real.
So we piggybacked on the RFID tags embedded in the runner's race bibs. As they ran by digital billboards, we were able to serve up messages that had been posted on Facebook from family and friends.
The whole thing cost less than a TV spot to produce, and it drove 5 million impressions in only 6 hours.
6 hours.
Yeah. And in addition to that, it won an innovation line at Cannes, which is amazing. And we really, really believe that this helped a lot more runners over the finish line this year.
The platform itself has helped catapult Liberty Mutual from an outlier in the auto insurance category into the top 5, driving double-digit growth in both acquisition and retention.
So while we're on the topic of really highly competitive landscapes, no industry comes to mind to me more than pay TV. In a kind of an industry where Dish had to acquire so many new subscriptions and they had to be really proactive about doing it, they really had to take aggressive measures.
Historically, Dish was known as the brand with the lowest price, but in order to transform their business, they needed to build relationships with new customers to really drive acquisition.
And our approach for helping them do that was kind of twofold. We knew that we had to up the number of subscriptions while at the same time building out their brand. And in order to do that, we put together a team of media, creative, and strategists, and it was really the combination of the different approaches that brought it to life.
We defined many, many user paths, and then we created various bits of content that could fit each of those user needs. And then we actually optimized them in real time. And that's not an easy thing to do, but we managed to do it purely because of that collaborative team.
So we highlighted Dish's Hopper DVR in order to get new subscribers specifically. And the campaign all kicked off during the summertime when everybody was traveling with, well, a road trip and showing the functionality, accessibility of the Hopper, using it anytime, anywhere.
You know, in the first year, the team grew the brand from $18 billion to a $50 billion brand, all the while reducing the cost per acquisition.
And that real-time approach is continuing. We're measuring sales and acquisition on a daily basis to make sure that whatever the goals are, we're well ahead of them.
So let's talk about the alcohol category for a little bit. We've got a really interesting client in there, Dos Equis. Really challenging environment. They're constantly being outspent. The beer category is declining. Other alcohols are becoming cooler. And yet they managed to grow through all of that.
18% year on year in a category where 1% is considered success.
That 1% is represented by the big players doing all the same thing. Beaches, babes, slapstick humor. We knew we needed to do something different.
What's really interesting is that when we went into bars and we spoke to people, we found out that they weren't that concerned about being popular. Rather, they're really concerned about being interesting.
We fronted this whole idea with the most interesting man in the world, you know, something that millennials could really connect to without necessarily seeing as, you know, competition.
But I mean, that was just the beginning. I mean, over the last decade, the challenge has been to keep the brand fresh, which is why the partnership with Oculus Rift made so much sense. I mean, for the first time, rather than just putting goggles on somebody and letting them wander around, we immersed them in a first-person narrative as a guest at the most interesting man in the world's masquerade party.
We actually had a dashboard that allowed us to integrate creative with real-time data. So we could pivot and change the campaigns on any channel at any given time, which really helped to optimize the creative.
The best thing was this approach yielded millions of fans, you know, so much shareable content for the brand, and then ultimately millions of dollars of incremental sales, while the competition has slipped.
One of the most recognizable campaigns of all time, but the most interesting thing about this campaign is that we're just getting started, and next year could potentially be our most interesting year yet.
Stay thirsty, my friends.
So let's talk about Havas and IBM. It's a really, really interesting relationship, over 20 years old. You know, for over those 20 years, we've functioned as an extension of their digital lab, working in collaboration to incubate new ideas.
Yeah, and just this year, Havas was named Social AOR for IBM.
And we're not just making advertising and social and digital, we're actually building products. We just created a full electronic email system that's deployed across all 58 countries that IBM operates in and communicates to their 500,000 employees every single day. It's incredible. We built it, we managed it, we thought of it, and it's something that continually changes their business.
Yeah, and talking about business-changing ideas, in 2011, Watson competed and won on Jeopardy! And we're continuing to work with IBM and the Watson platform for our clients here.
And from a social perspective, we've also worked with IBM to create Voices. It's a platform that appeals to both employees and the public and helps IBM figure out what content they're putting out is driving the most reach and really where people that are reading it are deriving the most value.
I think the most unique thing about it is that we've been working with IBM for 20 years. That's something that not many agencies can ever claim about any client. Who knows what the next 20 years hold?
So there you have it, all things which we think are relevant for Monster. What sets us apart is the seniority of our team and their ability to work across a variety of different categories. They've got strong B2B experience, strong B2C experience. They've got membership brand experience as well. So they truly understand what it takes to move a business forward. How best to engage with those people, we think, is to come on in, walk around, and we hope that you take the next step with us in doing that. We know that we'd like to take the next step in doing that with you. So thank you very much for your time.